And so it is. This is the best of John Davis on this Sunday evening, our friend, mentor, and director of the Coptic Fellowship International for nearly 47 years, from July 1976 to January of 2023 this year when he made his transition. He's still with us very much in heart. He dedicated his life to the Coptic Fellowship and represented it with love for sharing our modern day philosophy based on principles of balanced, positive, loving, and joyful living and the Egyptian mystery schools that Master Hamid Bey brought to the world in life and love. He was also the director of the Spiritual Unity of Nations. The World is One Family. He did found the World Service Order Leadership Training Program back in 1985 and brought about metaphysical leaders since that time. And he, in this year's class, is very honored to have had him in it as his final class. And we honor the WSO students from this year to bask in his energies in the physical, as well as keeping his energies close to heart as well. John is the Egyptologist. He came to the world with that, with his wisdom, 30 tours to Egypt. Many of us went on those trips, and a planetary numerologist. If we could still tap into those dates that we miss him speaking of, always fondly close to our hearts.
Greatest year ever. I usually say greatest day ever. Not this year. And I am really excited about this. This is in my opinion, in all my years dealing with this advanced thing called planetary numerology, this year is the most exciting and the most positive. And therefore, since this information is not copyrighted, you can take it and share it with anybody you like. I hope you do, because these kind of things we're talking about has to be shared with as many people as we possibly can. I want to start this talk with, I don't know how this came to me. This is dated May 15, 2006. The effect of one individual, from Wayne Dyer. One individual who lives and vibrates to the energy of optimism and a willingness to be non-judgmental of others will counterbalance the negativity of 90,000 individuals who calibrate at the lower weakening levels.
Wow, man.
One individual who lives and vibrates to the will of pure love and reverence to all of life will counterbalance the negativity of 750,000 individuals who calibrate at the lower weakening levels. One individual who lives and vibrates an energy of illumination, bliss, and infinite peace will counterbalance the negativity of 10 million people who calibrate at the lower levels. One individual who lives and vibrates an energy of grace, purest beyond the body, in a world of non-duality or complete oneness, counterbalance, get this, the negativity of 70 million people who calibrate at a lower weakening levels. Wayne Dyer. Now, Spirit gave him this because he's such a great individual. And what we have to do is realize that this is why we came here. It could have been other signs, like Gemini and Libra, which are mental signs. It happens to be, this happens every mental sign. This is the sign of Aquarius, of course. And therefore we are in a position of praying every day. And all you have to do, everybody is, I think most people have seen the recommended daily prayer, right? How many have it, by the way? Seen it? You've seen it.
Yeah.
How many have not seen this before? Well, you've all seen it, good. I made the choice of dealing with this today. And we have to realize that we don't know the multiplicity of responsibilities we have this lifetime until they're presented to us. Think back in your life, all the wonderful lectures you've heard, all the wonderful workshops we've heard. And they're trying to recruit us. But this one is huge, because we're in a position of dealing with three things that are happening this year. I've never seen that before. In all my years in planetary numerology, I've never seen it. And first one started January 1, which is the light of the world. And the light of the world is you, like you said. Where is it? Sitting in your seat. I've said that many times before. I'll repeat it again. In my opinion, this is one of the reasons we came here, to be the light of the world. Oh, I know Jesus was the light of the world. And I think he said, greater things I do, ye shall do. We're here. 2,000 years later, we're here. We're here to do it. And it doesn't have to be done by perfect people. We have to do it with a proper motive. And this motive is basically, when you get to these chakras here, it's about everyone except us. That's power. That's the greatest power we have, is to do things for the betterment of, not that we're not important, because this physical body has to be dealt with. This is our total responsibility. But when you bring these advanced concepts in the world and you learn about them, you have a choice. You're saying, I don't know, I don't have the time. Is this really true? Right? Am I going to do it? Well, it takes about probably 3 minutes a day to read these prayers, but nonetheless, they affect all people. And I've used this example before about pure light, you coming into birth on your birth date and creating ripples of water. Well, we know our family, we know our children, we know our businesses, we know our marriage, and all those things, dealing with these ripples that create karma, or dharma, by the way, which is no more karma. But the last one is the world is one family. That's the one we came to deal with. You know, we've lived in all these countries before. And we spoke all kinds of language and had all colors of skin and all that. But now we're here to bring them and lift them into this level of consciousness. And Wayne Dyer sums it up so doggone beautifully. It just takes one individual with that kind of motive. Now, I've heard other theories there have to be more people that are involved in this process. And once this is given, present it to as many people as you possibly can. Because we don't know when we reach the maximum amount of this level to really make a difference. Now, 2015 is a year for each of us to take seriously, because 2015, take the zero out of it, we have the light of the world as a. It appeared in 2012, light of the world appeared. It appeared in 2013, 2014, and 2015. And I don't see it in 2016, 2017, 2018, because the birthing process has to be done in this 5-year schedule. And this is why I had to speak today, because we're going through a major shift on August 1. I'm on top of several other things that are going on here. So we have until December 31 of really planting the seeds, great farmers. That's what we are. We're spiritual farmers. We came and incarnated for this moment of time, and now it's being revealed to us, and we can make a choice of doing it or not doing it. So on January 1, it started, the light of the world. Again, as a lifetime lesson for us to learn and apply the energies of the light of the world. The second one is July 4th of 1776. It's a 1 year. This is a 1 year. Now 1 means springtime for 1 year. Springtime. Whatever you want. Whatever you want. Homeless find homes, hungry find food, sick and injured are healed. Earth peace, earth unity, are sharing our prosperity. Political leaders realize that all nations are their brothers and sisters. All children are symbolically theirs. To empower the women in their country, because women are equal to men. That is power. Because when we lift up all people, and that's our job. And you see, These events are going to happen every 9 months, 9 years, 90 years. It's a 9 thing. As above, so below. It's 9 conception. Each day is a conception day. Each day is a birthday. And as a result, we are here with this 365-day window. But now it's the United States of America. What do you want for your country? I want more prosperity. I want more healing. What do you want for your country? It's springtime from July 4th of 1776. If I go back. July 4th of 2015 to July 3rd of 2016. It's springtime for the United States of America. Should I call Obama and ask him about it? President Obama, I've got some news for you. This is
Come on.
this is. Will you please tell the country what's going on here, please? And have them
Yeah, sure.
I'm sorry, I finally told a good joke. I think I was nutty. When you're advanced people kind of look at you kind of strange. You know, Dr. Woo-Woo syndrome, you know? We're all Dr. Woo-Woos. This stuff is advanced. I mean, how advanced can you get? But think what this country needs. Think of it. Whatever you think this country needs, you're a citizen of the people, by the people, and for the people, for the greatest country there ever was, whose destiny is 7-4 is Messiah and 1776 is world. Yeah. The United States is the world Messiah. I don't talk about this in foreign countries, by the way. I don't mention it. The founding fathers knew a lot more than we realized. Mr. Jefferson, I have a little criticism for you. It's all men and women who are created equal, not just men. Did you get it? Did you feel a little charm from that, Tom? Huh? Did you? Yeah. Yeah. But then the French brought the Statue of Liberty. They reminded us, you're a woman. Welcome to this country for all people. Whatever. It's beautiful, isn't it? Yeah. The French got it. And the Americans forgot it. Fantastic, isn't it? But think of what this country is. And think what we are here to do. And repeat myself. Write down what you want for this country. I want you to think about the goal. I want you to write it down. I want you to say it out loud. And also this year, I want you to do it for yourself too. This is one person here. What do you want with your life? What do you want to do? Write it down. Think about it. Write it down. I want more money. I want to travel more. I want to play golf better. I'm sorry. That was me.
That's good, man.
I got a story to tell you. I was a pretty good golfer when I was younger. I almost turned pro. And I used to play with guys like me. I said, how can those guys play golf? They're awful. I changed my name to Duffer Davis. Yeah.
Come on.
I'm awful. I'm awful. So be careful who you criticize. It's really amazing, isn't it? So now we got the country taken care of. So go to work, citizens, supermen and superwomen. Huh? Wow. Next is the big one, and why I had to do it before August. Next month, and these two wonderful people who are getting married at a baseball diamond. Give me a hand. Getting married on 8/8/8. Some crazy numerologist told me to get married that day. That guy, they took it. Where is that guy? But they took his advice. Now let's look at the figure 8. Okay. First of all, it's infinity. The upper oval is the world, and the lower oval is the earth. The upper oval is the world, and the lower oval is the earth. Where we're operating from now is the world. So we have all month the life lesson of 8. Listen to what 8 means, okay? This numeral I'm just giving this to you. Material freedom, Big business, concerned with the practical and commercial aspects of life, business, trade, and finance. Showing a profit, his ability to assume authority and hold it. Responsibility to the welfare of employees and the community. Money, no one cares about that. High finance, the power that financial success, personal achievement, and recognition bring. Good judgment and efficient organization. Executive ability, the capacity to manage and direct. Fair and ethical business planning. A period of financial reward and personal power and recognition. And I want next month, starts on August 1, get those prayers out on August 1. Say, I want more money. Whatever you want dealing with money and finance and organization in your life, I want to become better organized. You've got a flood of light coming down on you this month. And it's just 1 month a year. This year, it is August. And particularly 3 days this month. This is really powerful. August 8 is 888. August 17 is 888. 826 is 888. 888 with no challenges. I mean, I'm so excited about this, it's unbelievable. This is power and organization, power for money, power for success. Now it's time to plant those seeds for your success and the success of people in this country. We're praying for all of them. Yeah, the rest of the days have challenges, but we still got the life lesson, and we have the physical aspect of the 8. Because the first number is physical, the second number is mental and emotional, and the third number is spiritual or life lesson. So this is why I had to speak tonight, because of the importance of what this is for you. And please, if you accept this science and what is revealed here, tell as many people as you can, please. Because you'll have more of an impact on the United States of America from July 4th this year, July 3rd next year. You'll help them in their business and their finance. And remember this, I'm going to repeat myself. Remember the simplicity. Think about the goal. Write it down. Say it out loud. All levels of communication are there. Make sure it happens at all levels. Because right now, if you accept this fact, you're up in the upper oval of the 8. And it's also the 8th chakra, which I'll be talking about. So there are 3 major shifts. And this happens only once every 9 years. This is it. 2015, January 1 began. And then the United States of America, they'll have another shift in 9 years. See, I didn't know all of this, let's say, 20 years ago. I didn't know this stuff. But now I do. And I want to kind of share that responsibility for you, because I don't know everybody you know. You could even put in an email and send it out there. In fact, I'm really strongly considering this, sending out to all the copy teachers and ministers what's going on here. Because this is really, really, really very powerful, and why I'm so doggone excited about it. I want to talk to you about the higher chakras. I've broken that code too. And I want you to activate your own chakras. Because everybody thought we had 7. 13. Think of it. Who was number 13? Let's see, Jesus had 12 knights of the table, he was number 13. And then there were 12 ladies of the table. Number 13 is the ultimate master. I've got it here. Altruistic power chakra. That one is all about everyone except us. Up to here, when the Sphinx, just before you enter into the Great Pyramid for initiation, you have to go through the Sphinx initiation. I won't go through all SPHINX. Well, why don't I? Okay? S is power. It's also a positive thing, too. It's always a positive aspect to every letter and every number. S is power. How do you use your power? Use it for the benefit of yourself or other people? What combination? That's a challenge. P It's the power of sex. But I don't want you to tell Phyllis this, please. I don't tell anybody tell Phyllis. But there's a positive side of this, which is positive thinking. Next one is money. H is money. If you have H's in your HQZ's in your name, you've been very wealthy in your past lifetimes. The only vowel is I. And I is altruism, selflessness, and compassion. Think of one word, it's got all these tests, and the only one that's I. And what do we call ourselves? I, right? And I is altruism, selflessness, and compassion on a numerology reading. So if this I is thinking about who can I help today? Who can I compliment today? Who can I be there for today? Who can I help today? You fulfilled the destiny of Sphinx. Then the N. What do you do with your freedom? What do you do when nobody else is there? Big time, right there. What do you do when nobody else is there? That's what you do with your freedom. You're saying, wow, I'm going to pray for the world. You know, the last one is the Sphinx. And you know where the X is? Right here. Right there. Stand out here. Just up here and up here. That's the meaning of the Sphinx. And that's what was told by the Egyptian initiators at the Sphinx. That you have other chakras. And I'm going to be talking about them. Number 8, personal planetary infinity chakra. As above, so below. You can pull from the above and bring it to the below. That's power. But remember, the motive of doing so is for other people and also for yourself too. Number 9, altruism, selflessness, compassionate chakra. We are here for the benefit of others. That's number 9. I think that is the pure motive of a spiritual person. Not that they do everything for other people, but that's the motive. So wake up today and you bump into people. The law of cause and effect brought them to you. And when they brought them to you, you were there to empower them. Number 10, self-mastery chakra on all levels. Physical, mental, and emotional. That's why 10 is the perfect number. 10th chakra. And this is what self-mastery is all about. To master ourselves. You know, some guy keeps talking about diet, meditation, exercise. I don't know who the heck that is. I'm telling you, I don't know who that guy is. But I don't know, wherever he is, he's right. Number 11, male-female balance. The mystical marriage of the marriage of the heart and the mind. That's what we're here to do. Balance the heart of those wonderful women with the mind, which symbolizes the male energy of will. We are here to balance these two. It's called the mystical marriage, and it's number 11. It's a very futuristic energy. Number 12, spiritual communication chakra. 12. That's the communication chakra. And it comes through the mind and the heart again. This combination is fantastic. This energy flowing here is just fantastic between those two chakras. And the last one I've already talked to you about, the altruistic power chakra. It's about everyone except us. How do you activate it? I activate my 8th chakra. I activate my 9th chakra. I activate my 10th chakra. I activate my 11th chakra. I activate my 12th chakra. I activate my 13th chakra. Remember, we went right to the base of your pyramid right here. I've shown you this how many times. Here's the pyramid. It's above, below, Star David. We carry the Star David and we carry the pyramid. I talked about 100 times. But now we're bringing this into manifestation. Only you can determine, just go through this And then find that time to spend time with this energy. But remember what this is. The tongue. Lord of the world. It's not Lord of the world. It's the Lord. Yeah, it's in my book. The tongue is the Lord. We think it's somebody else like Jesus or Moses or somebody. It's us. This is a powerful tool, and everything we say comes back to us. Boom, there's a mirror out there. Careful what you say. Careful what you say. So these energies are quite amazing. And this energy is accepting our responsibility as a spiritual person and creating a new earth. Oh yeah, you were there. I've talked about this before too. On the other side, in Utopia, this is not your home. Talked about that too. Up there, higher world, that's your home. And you came down here for this, one of the responsibilities for coming down here. And you came down to create a new earth. That's it. You know, it is power, co-creator with the supreme creator. We create for the good of the nature of our thoughts and words and deeds for all people on earth. The birds, the animals, the fish, all of creation. They're our brothers and our sisters. And we have that opportunity to plant those seeds. So I'm going to end tonight with the recommended daily prayer, which you all have anyway, but this is what I do every day. I've done it for years. But now this year, I just felt it's too important. So let's close our eyes. Almighty Mother, Father, God, I pray for healings on all levels, physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual, in all families, in all hospitals and health centers, in all doctors' offices, psychologists' offices, and AA meetings, and addiction control sessions, and everywhere else where healing is needed and desired. I pray that all politicians choose peace in all circumstances. Bring the 10 Commandments to national and international expression. I pray that all of humanity remember that all children worldwide are symbolically our children, and all people are our brothers and sisters. I pray that women everywhere are empowered and experience equality with men. All men and women are created equal. I pray that slavery is eliminated from planet Earth. I pray that governmental laws be for the benefit of other people, by the people, and for the people. The hungry find food, the homeless find homes, and the sick and injured are healed. I pray that all nations share their nation's natural resources with their people and other nations. I pray that all religious and spiritual leaders to pray daily for all good to manifest on earth, and they continually seek the manifestation of the peaceful coexistence and cooperation of religions. I pray that businesses succeed in all nations, and as a result of national and international business successes, everyone everywhere find meaningful, creative, life-sustaining work. I pray that beginning in 2015, the worldwide economy becomes the most successful and stable in the history of the planet. We just conceived it. This manifestation will be physically born in 9 months, 9 years, 90 years. But when you read this once a day, you have fulfilled your obligation as a co-creator. Co-creator from the divine who volunteered to come down and create a new earth. That's you. You're it. God bless.
John at his best, fine form and light and love, and taking us back to actually 8 years ago in the early part of July, I believe, 2015. And special message by John, and so good to see him and full of light, love, and that prayer, which Alan, if you could, waiting in the wings on the sidelines there, if is that prayer on the website? I know many of us have the copy of that now that the center isn't available. It was in the meet and greet room, but
I don't think it is at this point, but I can get it up there. I know that there's a couple different places where I can grab it and just copy and paste it over.
excellent, or even a scan, or what have you. As we look back in John's presentation, please share your thoughts and just the general energy and the feeling of what we experienced tonight again in his words of wisdom.
Hey, Mike,
Yes, Pete.
I recommend highly that everybody reread John Dis's book, Be the Light of the World. Great book. Talks about these things. And it really changed my life. So I recommend it highly. That's what I want to say.
Thank you. Nice to hear your laughs in the background of that presentation too, Pete.
It was so good to see him.
Yeah.
He was so good. I forgot how good he was. And funny. He was funny.
He was. One of the times he started talking about Duffer Davis and the golf. Golf course.
That's how we all need to remember John.
Well, that's how I do remember John. He was the light of the world, and now he's our role model. We are now the light of the world. Like John. I get it now.
Mm-hmm. And remember, he said it's not done by perfect people.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah.
That was important. He said that nobody's perfect, but we can always do our best.
That's right.
And he touched on the different chakras. I haven't heard anybody speak of that. It's been a long time since I've heard that presentation. But that was interesting that he took us into the self-mastery chakra and the altruistic chakra and the other ones too. I can't recall them. I didn't write them down, but that's something he must have channeled or came through on his numerology, I'm guessing.
I know in his book, Michael, he talks about the Sphinx. There's a secret chamber from the Sphinx to the Giza Pyramid yet to be discovered. But that's the same gateway that people took, but to initiated special avatars like Jesus. Jesus' body was buried somewhere in the Giza Pyramid. So was Moses. He said that Jesus lived 247 years. Didn't die on the cross. So, that's hard to take sometimes. You talk to people about it, but it really happened. I believe that happened. And I think it's something that we have to, as Coptic Fellowship people, realize that not about us. It's about everybody but us, as John says. So get out there and spread the message as best you can, which I'm trying to do, to the world, because we're all world servers. And with that, I'll be quiet.
He talked about power frequently, and I think we don't really understand how much potential we have, how much power we have, and how much we can empower people. And I really feel like that's what he's talking about, is to empower people.
Putting that.
I love that prayer that he just recommended, the light of the world prayer. Great prayer. And I just, of the people, by the people, and for the people. Abraham Lincoln said that. So there's a connection there. So that's something that we should keep in mind. So.
Paula, you've seen John, in his latter days, and you haven't seen a lot of his presentations from years past. What is what did you take from his video tonight from back in 2015 to your energies with him during our WSO class?
I am just so totally blown away by seeing these old videos of him speaking. He was an unbelievably dynamic speaker. And what a perfect role model. I'm thinking with the WSO class, and we're trying to become speakers and all. And I thought, oh my gosh, all I have to do is just stand up there and speak like he did. I mean, it's just such a perfect example. What he said was just so profound. Everything he said, it's not anything we don't already know, but oh my gosh, it was just the way he was able to speak. And those chakras that he talked about that I've never heard of. I realized when he was activating all those chakras and go, they all were when you think about the chakras, you think about where the placement is in the body. All of those seem to be in the heart. They were all heart chakras. And I'm thinking, well, where we are in evolution up to today, we've been talking about all the chakras in the body, but now in this new day and age that he was talking about, we're in a new day and age, and we're activating new things, and we're at a different place in evolution within ourselves. Now is really the time that we need to activate all of this stuff that's within our heart. And he was talking about that prayer, and I thought it reminds me of another prayer that I said I used to say it every day, read through it every day. Can't think about what the name of it, World Healing Meditation, I think. Mm-hmm. And I used to read it every day. This reminded me of that. And I thought, again, that is such a perfect thing where he was talking about us saying that prayer every single day. I really would love to see a copy of that prayer in print so I could read it through every day. It was just a wonderful, wonderful talk, really inspirational.
Yes, it is, and thank you for sharing your thoughts, Paula, and Catherine too. You're part of the class, and you've actually met John at different events and functions as well. So, any other thoughts of John's presentation this evening?
Nine years is next year, 2024, from that talk.
Yeah,
will be a new cycle coming up.
Nancy, I want to say, Nancy, my heart was going out to you because it must have been an experience just to see him speaking again.
Mm-hmm. The thing that I seem to have forgotten is how he was before.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really good, you know. I'm glad I had the opportunity to see that.
Me too.
We're thankful you're here tonight, Nancy.
Thank you.
So it'd be a good reminder to play that again next year.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I hope John has more of those that he left behind.
Oh, I'm
Oh, yeah,
sure.
there's a bunch.
Good. Yeah.
Our hearts are filled with love for him and for you, Nancy.
I was so inspired about the different chakras. I was trying to write them down. I missed the first one. Did anyone capture that? The first one?
Organization.
Okay.
And finance.
Finance.
Okay. Thank you.
9 is altruism.
I got it. I got the other ones.
I didn't get what is X. I wrote, you have other chakras. Is that what X is?
I think when he was talking about the X, he was also talking about the Sphinx and the letters of the Sphinx and what the different letters stood for. Although I have to say I've lost track of how that entered into into the presentation.
As above, so below.
Oh, yeah.
X marks the
Okay.
spot of this. Yeah.
Well, and he said, symbolically, the Sphinx is before the pyramid. And if you enter into the pyramid for initiation, then you'd have to take a look at the Sphinx first.
The Sphinx is symbolic as the Sphinx is represents male and female. The head of a male, face of a male. I saw it too, but I think the female as a head, and the line is animal kingdom, and it's a combination of male, female, animal kingdom, and symbolically speaking, that's what I'm reading John's book about it, and it's very, very interesting. I recommend again to read that book. It's very interesting. Yep.
At the time that he did that presentation, that was before the Light of the World book came out. So I think the book he was talking about was the Revelation for Our Times.
You're right. You're right, Alan.
Although
right.
I thought he also had more than that as well. So he theoretically could have been referring to a different book.
But the concepts he talked about were important, I think, and Nancy knows them better than anybody. John was a true altruistic person. He always did his very best to encourage everybody to be the best that they could be. Compliment people all the time. So you're the best day ever. I mean, come on. He really, really walked his talk. He's a great, great man. I miss him so much. I love him so much. I'm sorry.
No need to apologize, Pete, and we all love him and miss him. Yeah. That we do.
Well, he left a lot of pearls behind for us to remember, and he tried to inspire us to be a better person.
Yes, he did, and he
did.
Mhm.
all men and women are created equal, and our feminine millennium that he introduced us to, and we're still just in the early stages of this too. So it's something to keep in mind of what he shared with us to hold dear and take with us on our path in this life. And blessings be. So I thank you for sharing in John's energies tonight, and I'm sure we will do that again as time goes by and upcoming gatherings, and take a look back and bask in his wisdom that we can take with us and relearn. And that is available for you on our YouTube channel, along with all the Sunday evening experiences. Thanks to Alan and those videos from our years past at the Coptic Center and other events. As we close tonight, let's share in our chairs, settle back in, and let's close with a Coptic prayer, shall we? And we'll make a couple announcements before we wrap things up, but let's take a deep breath. Heavenly Father, make my heart thy garden of joy and happiness, thy temple of peace. May the radiant lights of the Spirit illuminate the pathway of my life, uniting my soul and mind into one thought of love. May the perception of such enlightenment guide me in the fulfillment of my thoughts and desires. May the fragrance of thy presence be ever manifested in my life. Peace, peace, peace. May that be so. Amen. So blessings, everyone. Have a great week ahead, and let's really hold dear John's message from tonight and take it about and go forward in our week. Blessings, everyone. God bless.
Good night.
Good night.
Right.
Thank you.